welcome to another episode of Popular Technology, brought to you by BDPA DC, your source for information technology as well as careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. I'm your host, Sharon Morton, and we're excited to be here on location in Washington, D.C. at the spectacular state-of-the-art Coast Guard headquarters. We're honored to have distinguished and high-ranking Coast Guard officers who'll give us insight into small business opportunities, new internships, scholarship opportunities, and civilian careers with the United States Coast Guard. I have the pleasure of speaking to some of those Coast Guard officers during this episode of Popular Technology. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best, a team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe, because our nation expects more.
If you expect more, maybe you were born ready. Find out at gocoastguard.com.
And welcome back to Popular Technology. I'm Sharon Morton. This program is brought to you by BDPA, formerly known as Black Data Processing Associates. BDPA is known for promoting diversity in the information technology industry and has over 35 years of scholarship and community service delivery to technology youth and professionals. Please visit bdpa.org or bdpatoday.org for more information. Next up on Popular Technology is Lieutenant Leslie Downing, who's going to talk to us about opportunities in today's U.S. Coast Guard.
Within the Coast Guard, we have opportunities for members who want to enlist as well as members who want to become officers in the Coast Guard. For those of you who want to enlist in the Coast Guard, you have to go to Coast Guard Boot Camp, which is 8 weeks. And when you graduate, there are about 23 job opportunities that you can participate in. For those of you who are in college and thinking about going to college, we have officer opportunities. Those opportunities include Coast Guard Officer Candidate School, Direct Commission Officer Programs, as well as the Coast Guard College Student Pre-Commissioning Initiative Program, which is the program that I oversee. It is a scholarship program that pays for your last 2 years of college. So for your junior and senior year of college, you have your full tuition paid for, all of your books, all of your fees, as well as the Coast Guard will pay a salary of up to $3,600 a month. And you'll get a guaranteed job after graduation with a 3-year commitment to the Coast Guard. With that, the Coast Guard will send you to Officer Candidate School, which is a 17-week program. Once you finish and complete Officer Candidate School, you will be commissioned as an ensign in the Coast Guard.
I hope that you're enjoying the show. Please stay tuned. We'll return after a word from our sponsors.
My name is Petty Officer Antoine Adams, and I'm an intelligence specialist in the United States Coast Guard. I've always been able to think outside of the box and answer complicated questions, which is why specializing in intelligence is perfect for me. When I started, I spent months of specialized training learning to identify, assemble, and analyze information. Once I started my duties, I fit into the job seamlessly, preparing intel reports, operational maps, and overlays. Now, I not only perform analysis, but I also do the briefings. I've even started working on my master's degree in strategic intelligence. Intel is a challenging field, but it's worth it to know I'm keeping my country safe.
To find out if you're qualified, visit gocoastguard.com.
Thank you for staying with us here on Popular Technology. We've been interviewing some of the military's top IT industry leaders here at the Coast Guard headquarters in Washington, D.C. We're discovering new technical career opportunities with the U.S. Coast Guard, leveraging information technology, engineering, and cyber for search and rescue, as well as port security, law, communications, public affairs, and other special missions. It's an honor to welcome Commander Joe Morgan, who's going to tell us about the history and mission of the U.S. Coast Guard.
Coast Guard can trace its roots back until 1790, where Alexander Hamilton established a revenue marine service. And currently, we're in the Department of Homeland Security, one of the components within DHS. Some of our missions, we have 11 statutory missions required by law, and a brief overview of those range from maritime security operations to maritime law enforcement to maritime prevention and maritime response. What we like to say is that we protect against threats on the sea and we protect the sea itself.
Our opportunities range from engineering and other STEM type professions to general administrative professions, to everything you can think of that you might find on in other organizations in the outside civilian community that is outside the Coast Guard. So the way to find out about the openings is to go one of two ways. You can go directly to gocoastguard.com, which is our overall recruitment website, and click on Civilian Career Opportunities, and it will take you directly to the Civilian Opportunities webpage. Or you can go to usajobs.com and simply type Coast Guard and a geographic preference and perhaps a career title into the search fields, and it will take you to all of the openings that we have available.
I hope that you're enjoying the show. Please stay tuned. We'll return after a word from our sponsors.
The environment is my passion. Every day, I live for the outdoors and all of its challenges. That's why I enlisted in the Coast Guard. Now, I serve to protect the environment and defend my country. It's like I was born for this.
Were you born ready for a greater challenge? Find out at gocoastguard.com.
There are so many great military technology leaders doing great things here at the U.S. Coast Guard. I hope you enjoyed meeting them, and we certainly thank them for their service to this country. For more information on career opportunities with the U.S. Coast Guard, please visit www.uscg.mil/civilian. And a final thanks to you for tuning in to another episode of Popular Technology, where people and technology meet. Tune in next time for another informative show.